Hello, Zimbabwe. Hello, Africa. Hello, world. Welcome to yet another exciting episode of Relationships Unpacked with the trio.
If we had a drum roll, I would have. Yes.
So it's your girl Tate with Say Russell and the man himself. Introduce yourself, Say.
Yeah, DM on the other end.
Okay. I welcome you guys. I welcome you. So today we are going to be talking about ruining a good relationship. I know you guys are wondering what good relationships are. No, but I think you guys know that. So personally, I think people can ruin good relationships by lying. Just lying.
Yeah, this is a general thing. Now, I would want to understand because we need to unpack this from a lady's perspective so that we understand what ladies are hiding. And that's probably one of the reasons why you so that you give us
What you guys are hiding.
the perspective of a lady.
Okay.
In your own understanding, based on the stories that you have had and probably personal experience, how can one ruin a good relationship?
Okay, like I said, one can ruin a good relationship by lying.
Okay. So is it something that you generally ladies like to do? You lie a lot?
It's not
or
like we like to
something
do it, but most of our sisters lie to their boyfriends.
that? Okay.
They lie,
Yeah.
and then the lies, some of the lies are small, some are big. For example, someone can even lie about their backgrounds. They can lie about their financial status. They can lie about their families and everything.
Yeah.
Something very major.
Yeah.
Like you can lie about your family, your background, and tell people things that didn't happen in your past. Lie about even your education.
What is the motive? What is really the motive? Because we're trying to understand.
The motive behind lying is people want to be respected. They want to be seen as better people. Like, for example, I want you to respect me.
Social status.
Social status. I want you to give me like the dignity that I don't deserve. I can tell you that my father is a lawyer. And then I went to school and I graduated. I have a master's degree in journalism and media studies. Or maybe I can tell you that I have a degree in marketing and, sales, marketing and everything. Which is a lie, because I want you to respect me. I want you to not see me as a person who doesn't have value.
So how do you successfully then, from you wanting respect in general, how do you then successfully convince yourself that I need to lie to the person that I want to spend the rest of my life with?
Some people
would
do
you
not even think
successfully
of,
do that?
they don't think of the future. They're just like, let me enjoy the moment. When I'm enjoying the moment, I just have to tell a lie. It's nothing. It's not a big deal. I'm just saying stuff. They don't see the consequences of what is going to happen in the future. They don't think of the attachments and all that. They feel like, maybe one day I'm going to move on and get another boyfriend. And then when I'm at the right age to get married, maybe I will find someone who I'm going to tell the truth or something like that.
So it might be because they generally think that their relationships are not like serious relationships. It's just something which is casual.
Some of them want. Okay, some of them will be like, I want to play with this person, and then it ends up being serious. They want to get married, but they don't know how to get over the lie. So when you want to tell the person the truth now, they'd be like, I don't trust you anymore. Why did you lie something strong like that? Some of them even lie about their parents being dead. They go to
that
such depths.
extreme.
Yeah. They go to such extremes, telling their partners that I lost my father when I was 3. They want them to feel pity for them. Some of them want you to feel sorry for them. Like, I am an orphan. I don't have parents. I'm staying alone because of ABCD. I lost my parents. People started hating me, doing all the bad stuff. My relatives are bad and stuff like that.
So in that context, if you want people to feel sorry for you, what then do you want? If you want me to feel sorry for you,
end goal.
What is the end goal? What are you thinking?
Talking from a lady's perspective.
Yes.
Money. People want money.
Yeah.
And then if I'm to tell you that I lost my father when I was 3. I didn't even see him. Then I lost my mother when I was 7. And then I started taking care of myself. You know, I was being abused. That's why I stay alone.
The way you're doing it,
Yeah.
it's like you have experience.
Experience doesn't kill my guy. Okay, so that's what they will be doing. And then when I be like that, you'll be like, hi, I feel sorry for this person. And you start providing financially, of which sometimes they will be lying just because they want attention. Some people lie because they want attention. For example, I want attention from you. I'll be like, so I grew up with my aunt. She was abusive. Sometimes she would kill me.
Can I ask something?
Yeah.
What about those who lie on social media? What's the motive behind those ones?
That's another
Okay,
thing. That's another thing we
people
have to go
on
into.
social media lie because they want attention, they want views, they want likes, they want you to notice them. Because sometimes maybe my general life doesn't attract you. But if I'm to lie that, okay, you know, this and that, so and so who
I
has
travel,
money.
I
I
go
traveled to
places.
Honolulu, I traveled to England and all that. You'd be like, oh, this one is a traveler. Okay, maybe you like travelers. Okay, and some of the people be like, when you, for example, you post something and say, hi, I like women who travel. And then I'd be like, hi, that one is my crush. Let me make sure that he understands who I am.
I'm outgoing.
I'm outgoing. I like partying. I like going to other countries and stuff like that. So people lie sometimes because they want attention. They want followers. They want likes. They just want unnecessary attention.
All right. So, when is it just an exaggeration of the truth, or it's a whole establishment of a new lie?
It's
of
a
an
whole
original lie?
establishment of an original lie. Because it's very rare to see someone who exaggerates the truth. It's very rare because an exaggeration is like, I am a hairdresser. I played people for $20. And then the exaggeration is, you know, I'm a hairdresser. I graduated from what's the name of that school? I forgot, the beauty therapy school. I graduated from there 3 years ago. I charge $60 for my clients. So I make something close to 1.6 in a month. That's exaggeration.
exaggeration of
Because
the
I want you to value me. I want you to, when you're giving me money, you're giving me more because you're saying she earns 1.6 in a
Aye.
month. So have you ever seen?
We are being duped in Harare.
Robbing Baba.
So it's a money extortion scheme.
Exactly.
That
It's a money extortion
Goes around
scheme. And then sometimes, personally, I notice that if a lady lies to you and says, hi, I earn 1.6 in a month, and then I don't want your money. I just want your attention. I want your love. I want you to be there for me. I want you to be the father to my kids. Naturally, you think, she's not a gold digger. She works for her own. Then you'll be like, let me give her money because she deserves it. She works hard.
Aye.
You understand? And then the next thing you'll be like, this lady is for keeps. Let me keep this lady. She's for keeps. And then you end up not know. And then when you start knowing that, no man, the lady was lying to me.
Yeah.
You get pissed off and then you lose feelings.
Oh. Yeah, because I'm sure that's the reason why two can play this game. And then boys are doing it as well. I mean, they give you the fake lifestyle because already they have this conception or this picture that I think in order to woo you, to lure you, they're just using the same tactic that you are using. And they will make sure that they'll portray a picture that I've got this and this and this one is going on and this
very
one is
true.
going in, to pretend to be very busy and all successful and something
Yeah.
like that. And his motive might not be money extortion from you, but
Yeah.
rather to get you to bed. Those
Yeah,
are
yeah,
some of
yeah,
the
yeah.
things.
Yeah.
Rather to get to use you, whatever the motive might be. So I'm sure that's why we have two can play the game in this situation.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the other thing that can destroy a good relationship is cheating. Cheating on your partner can destroy a very good relationship. Maybe some people say that I cheated by mistake. There's nothing like cheating by mistake. What is that?
Aye.
You can't cheat by mistake because cheating is a process. It's not a thing that is done one day.
Yeah, definitely.
You can't go to someone and say, I like you, and date them the same day and say it was a mistake. No, it's a process that is thought
What
of.
about one night stands?
Okay, one night stands. I think I include them in cheating. Why would you do that?
Yeah, because
but will
What's
it
the
be
reason?
a process as well?
It's still a process because it's not something that just happens that minute. You think of it 5 minutes or 10 minutes
Yeah,
earlier,
you still
or
have
maybe the
time.
day before. You have time to choose.
no, it's actually not a day before. Actually, it's for a while.
For a while.
You contemplate on it and you build the notion in your head.
Exactly.
And when the opportunity is presented in front of you, you then execute.
Exactly. So people are just waiting for opportunities to go and then blame people and say, it was just a one night stand. There's nothing like one night stand. It's you who had the mind already. You had the plan already, but you were looking for the correct time to do it. And then you find the opportunity when your partner is not around, then you go and do it. So it's not a one night stand. It's something that you planned in your head. You understand?
So on that note, let's to do justice to this topic. We would want to talk in a setup of a good relationship. When two people are having a functional relationship. I want to hear so that from your side as ladies as well, because today I think we have to derive what ladies think on this topic. So I want to hear
Absolutely.
how you can then successfully ruin a good relationship. A relationship that is functional, purely functional. What has been the notion that girls have been doing to ruin a good relationship,
Okay.
basically?
Like I said, firstly, it's lying. Secondly, it's cheating. Thirdly, is talking too much and complaining and miscalculating and judging the person that you're dating. Some people are judgmental for no reason. They miscalculate things and they judge a lot and they talk a lot. They complain a lot. For example, you're busy doing something here and then she's busy texting you. You're not even online. And then they'll be like, hey, you were offline. What were you doing? Hey, you were busy cheating and all that. Like, why on earth are you shouting like that? You didn't even give me the time to explain. They don't give you time to explain. They just say, they shout and say all the
Whatever
bad
assumptions
stuff.
they have about you.
And then the moment you start assuming that someone is cheating and says a lot of stuff, the things that you say when you're angry are a reality of the person that you are. So it's a huge turn off to the people who were in a good relationship. When I shout at you, I say the stuff that were always in my head. Because when you shout, you say things that were in your head already. It's not like you are saying them for the first time and then they no, I'm sorry, I just said them out of anger. No, you said them because they were already in your head. You can't say something randomly. You understand? So most women overreact. They don't know how to react. They don't know how to solve issues. For example, you're having a misunderstanding. In every functional relationship, you have misunderstandings. You don't always agree. There's one point, there's going to be one spot that you're going to disagree. And then when you disagree, they feel like they're not appreciated. They say, hi, you don't appreciate me. Hey, you're so what, and all that, which is very wrong. And then mostly men get pissed off and they get turned off with that. So it destroys the relationship when you're being talkative, being judgmental, and being stuff like that.
Yeah, because we, that was a lot. That was a lot. You said a lot, quite a lot. Anyway, yeah, because one will be thinking in their head, watching us right now, and they're thinking, I had a good relationship and I lost it. The guy was good. Have you ever had scenarios of two good people who at the end do not end up marrying each other? And you wonder why, for the life of me, why didn't they get married? And when they are explaining about the partner, they will say, he was a good person. This was a good person. So I would think, from my understanding, that generally I cannot put in one bracket to say this is how a good relationship may be ruined.
Yeah.
But I think it's different. The difference is from one relationship to the other relationship, because people are different. So I think the general thing is people not learning the dislikes or the things that their partner doesn't like, or at the end ruin the relationship. My failure to learn and my failure to understand the type of person you are will ruin the relationship. There might be different reasons.
Yeah.
You said cheating, you said lying, and all those. Those are some of the things that people who say my relationship was ruined by this. Do you know there are people who say, I just said one thing, but he decided not to come to marry me.
Aish.
Or after I've heard stories where people have prepared for the wedding and the bride is waiting for the groom to come to the venue. They don't show up.
Yeah.
Right. So one would argue and have the bitterness. But I think it's in essence of learning the kind of person that you are with in a relationship.
Okay.
Because it's not generally what works for them, for the other relationship might not work for you. So it's up to you to then learn what the other person likes and dislike. Not to generally assume that this person would like this and this and this. So that potentially might ruin a good relationship between two good people.
That is
There
very
might be
good.
nothing bad about you, but it's because you didn't learn what you needed to do in order for me to be actually satisfied or to get to that point where I actually say, you know what, I cannot live with this person.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you might be good as well. So I think it's in learning the other person is very important, because if you don't learn the other person, you do a small thing and you ruin a good relationship out of it.
I think what you mentioned there is very, very important, because in most relationships, like, there are smaller things that we think that they don't matter.
Exactly.
But then the other person cannot tolerate those things.
Exactly.
That is deep.
Exactly.
And then I was thinking, the other thing that makes good relationships break is when the other partner expects more from the person, more than the person is affording. For example, most people
Expectations.
yeah, most people are expecting a lot from their partners when they can't afford it. For example, Valentine's is coming, and then your friend gets a gift. Your friend gets a gift, and then she just comes and say, "Hey, babe, I'm so broke that I can't even afford to pay attention. I just want to tell you that I love you so much on Valentine's.
I love you.
I just want to give you a hug and a kiss. You deserve it. You're the best of the best." And then hug you. No, she just pulls you close and hugs you tight and says, "I love you." And then your friend just got a PS5. Life is hard.
Yeah.
And then you start expecting, and then in your head you'll be like, "Girl, you could have bought me even a chocolate and said, hey, happy Valentine's Day." Maybe if you believe in Valentine's, because there are people there who are not expecting it. And there you are expecting it full force. And then she comes and says, "I love you, babe. I love you so much."
I would want people to understand this. And this saying should sink in their mind, their subconscious. Understand this, that men are not comfortable with their ego or being small in a relationship, in any relationship.
Okay.
Most people say some men are stingy.
Stingy mean
provide.
association.
Yeah, to then provide. But here is the thing. We don't want to get into any environment where people will look at us and be like, "You cannot do it."
Yeah.
I would say that generally, no man wants to be regarded as a person who's failing, maybe in the bedroom, failing in the house. It attacks our ego so much.
Yeah.
We would want to provide at any given chance and show that we are the man. But here's the problem. The pressure is sometimes too much on us. And sometimes we cannot communicate that we are suffocating.
Okay.
And then the failure from us to communicate that we are suffocating will at the end result in a situation where I completely shatter from you. You expect, I'm supposed to buy you a small gift. Now, that's a noble thing because of the money that is in my pocket.
Yeah.
But because of the process now in my head, thinking that she has already regarded me as a failure, or the pressure that you are putting on me will even make me forget to buy a small chocolate that I can afford. And the money that I will have in the pocket, I'll even forget to do the small things.
Yeah.
Why? Because my ego has been attacked with great expectation from me. So now here is the thing. Every man would want to provide, show that he is the man. But the pressure is too much. And men out there are not talking, they are not communicating. But let me be honest with you, the pressure is too much.
Yeah.
We would appreciate somebody who understands our financial position.
Okay.
In that understanding, if you then demand things that are within my financial range, let me be honest with you, I am inclined to buy you that thing. I'm inclined
Yeah.
to pay for that. But their expectations are too high to a certain point that my ego gets attacked and I'll end up resorting on in not doing even the small things that I can afford.
Yeah.
So this can ruin a relationship.
Okay.
And people might not be understanding that because I will endure to a certain magnitude. But when I see that I'm heading for the hills here, my pocket is running dry here, I will then do something that you wouldn't understand and say, but we were good. What then happened to it? So something like that. So that can ruin a good relationship. It's the pressure. And you being the ladies, not understanding the financial position, to actually investigate and try to see where is he in his financial position. So my expectation vis-a-vis his financial position, are they telling or not? So that investigation is very important.
Yeah.
If you learn that, you'll be able to know what to ask for. And when you know what to ask for, your relationship flows in the financial sector. But if that is not communicated well, you demand roses, you demand, you know.
I don't like roses.
You demand roses that you
I
cannot
don't like
afford, the
roses.
most expensive ones. So yeah, it is important because that can ruin a good relationship.
That's
From our
very
perspective.
Yeah, you are right.
I also have something that I want to ask.
Yeah.
Okay.
So there are certain situations whereby I've seen people who are in their 60s breaking up. What could be some of the causes of
Thank you for asking.
those scenarios?
60s. Hi, old people.
Right. Wow, this is a good question. Thank you for asking that, actually. This is a good question. Now, people in their 60s, they might be in a different level of life between the two partners.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. It's the one adapting to the current situation and probably the other wanting not to adapt to the current situation and saying, you know what, let's do what we originally did. But the other person wants to progress. Now, the difference between the two, the other one wanting to progress and the other one wanting to stay in their comfort zone.
Yeah.
Usually that's where the difference is. Men have a tendency of still wanting to be active in their 60s, in their 50s. They still want to be active.
Yeah.
That's why you see a 50-year-old man trying to date a 20-year-old person.
Yeah.
They still believe in the energy, that they have the energy to run around with these little girls and all that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that mindset of not actually growing up and telling to their age might then form a breakage between their wife, mostly, their partner, mostly, and there are two people living in different worlds.
Aye.
The other one is acting like a millennial, and the other one is a baby boomer.
Really?
Now, two people, but living in the same house or in the same demographic.
Okay.
So the energies might be different. So now the failure to embrace and actually say, you know what, I think I'm tired of this, or I've grown to this. Because sometimes most men will end up having enough money in their 60s.
Yeah.
Right. Because
That's
the
very
children
true.
would have gone through their school and everything. So in that way, they would want to play.
Hey.
You understand? And most of the times, wanting to play, the partner might not have the same energy that they
Yeah.
have wanting to play. She might be resorting to other things. So that's usually the difference in houses like that. Because we tend to have money at a later stage. Now, the things that we were supposed to do early, we didn't do them.
Yeah.
They're failing to sort out their differences
Exactly.
in old age.
So at an old age. So that might be the difference in the mindset and what they would want to achieve at that point in age.
Okay.
All right, folks, we always run out of time. Thank you for
That's
the
really nice too.
last question. So we were speaking about how one person can actually successfully ruin a good relationship. And I hope you have gotten lessons on what to avoid and the things that you do in order for you to keep your good relationship, because we wouldn't want a situation where you ruin your good relationship. Thank you for watching. We are. Peace.